Hello, and welcome to this week's edition of Runes and Red Tape, the storytelling channel where magic meets paperwork and epic quests have to be approved in triplicate. Oh, and please remember to hit that like and subscribe button. It doesn't cost you anything and it really helps the channel out. Right then, this week's story is called The Ghost of Canterville. Lord Canterville had survived 300 years of exorcists, skeptics, amateur mediums, and one particularly aggressive and rather shouty bishop. Yet what finally ruined him was underfloor insulation and an air source heat pump. He sighed. He had heard good things about Rent-A-Ghoulies, and he expected a more imposing office space. He walked over to the reception desk behind which sat a rather surly-looking woman. He determined that she would have been of a comparable age at the point of their respective deaths. She smiled brightly. "Hello, my name is Minty Muff. Welcome to Rent-A-Ghoulies. How can I help you today?"
Lord Canterville, I have a 10:30.
He glanced down at a business card.
With the former Duke of Wallthorpe.
Minty smiled as she escorted him to his appointment. The Duke enthusiastically greeted Lord Canterville.
"Stiffy, old bean, it's an absolute delight to meet you at last."
Lord Canterville recoiled. He hadn't heard his old moniker in the 300 years since his death. Minty offered him some tea. Stiffy harumphed, involuntary, as he took his seat.
"So,"
the Duke remained oblivious to Stiffy's discomfort.
"how can we help you? Are you
looking for some work?" He paused briefly. "Oh, and please call me Todger." Stiffy looked at his feet.
"Actually," he hesitated, "I need some advice."
Todger nodded. Minty took notes.
The new owners moved in last week, following months of renovation work on my old castle.
Stiffy bit his lip.
They've only gone and laid proper, deep shag-pile carpet throughout.
He hesitated as he composed himself.
They've insulated the walls with sound reduction panels.
He took a deep breath.
Even the doors and windows have been refitted snugly with draft-excluding tape to improve its passive house credentials.
He sniffed.
"Dear God," said Todger, reaching for a clipboard. "Yet another one of those blooming climate cultists. Now you've got no floorboards to creak, no wailing through walls, and definitely no windows to rattle." "Oh, what am I to do?" wailed Stiffy. "And what's worse, they have a 6-year-old daughter who can actually see me. My reputation is ruined."
There, dear," said Minty as she offered him a biscuit. Stiffy shook his head. "It's got chocolate on it, only for our very special customers, you understand." The ghost of Canterville House had endured many indignities across his long and storied afterlife, but none, he felt, quite matched the quiet, suffocating insult of wall-to-wall carpet. It did not creak. It did not sigh beneath the weight of history. It lay there flat and untroubled, inviting you to walk around barefoot and unabashed. It, he had decided, was not dignified flooring.
"I cannot,"
said Stiffy, hovering a precise 6 inches above the woven woolen fibres,
"work with this."
"It's very popular," said Minty, "and easy to maintain." She placed her hand on the radiator. "And they've installed central heating."
"I am not attempting to maintain it," said Lord Canterville. "I am attempting to haunt it."
She nodded in the vague manner of someone who had long since stopped distinguishing between complaints. She opened and closed windows, testing for creaks and rattles, as Todger shouted from the room next door, his voice barely audible. The Rent-A-Ghoulies' visit had served to confirm Stiffy's previous observations. Then they heard the sound of the living by the front door. The inhabitants had arrived back earlier than expected. Before they could react, a child ran along the hallway shouting, "Ghosty, Ghosty, are you home?" She squealed with delight as she saw the three ghosts standing next to the kitchen door. "Oh, there you are!" Minty stepped forward. She bent down and spoke with the child as the boys melted through the wall and out of sight. Back in the office the following morning, Minty admonished both Todger and Stiffy. She handed Stiffy a card. On the front was a hand-drawn, rather smudged picture of a flower and, if you squinted your eyes, a dog. The back side had some words etched in crayon. "Dear Ghosty, do you ever get lonely, and will you be my friend?" Stiffy shook his head. "I can't talk to children." Minty reached out to hold his hand. "Well, it's about time you learned. Come on, she won't bite you." She glanced over at Todger. "Besides, they are a lot easier than adults to work with and involve considerably less paperwork." Todger had the good sense to avert his eyes. He whistled silently. Stiffy was late for the following week's review meeting. He arrived with lipstick on his nose and eyeshadow on his cheeks. There was a hair clip above his left ear. "I'm so sorry I'm late," he said breathlessly. "Sophie found her mummy's makeup box." Minty smiled as she casually removed the hair clip and cleared the marks off his face with her handkerchief. "So," Todger began as he glanced up at the wall clock, "are you quite happy with how things have turned out then?" Stiffy's face flushed. "Well, she really is a charming young lady, and—" He hesitated before admitting quietly, "It is difficult to feel existential despair in a properly heated property." The end. I hope you enjoyed that. If you did, please like, subscribe, all the usual stuff, and I will catch you next time. Till then, take care and stay safe.